discussing insurance with our guest attorney Baskin Jones from Jones Law Group in Jackson.
I think for generally speaking, a home umbrella policy, as you mentioned, is not that expensive, and it would cover those kind of liabilities that, do you recommend that?
There's a general question, and we have free consultations in my firm, so I'm on the phone a lot with questions that, are in this vein, that how much insurance coverage should I carry? And there's, your liability coverage on your automobile, there's your homeowner's policy, there's your professional policy that you might carry, and that, again, is a sliding scale. So if you have a lot of assets, if you have a lot in the bank and you want to protect that, your insurance coverage that you buy should be commensurate. If you've got, hundreds of acres of land and are afraid about what might happen if you're in a serious auto wreck, state minimum coverage would not be appropriate to cover and to protect the assets that you have. You'd probably want a good amount of auto liability coverage as well as umbrella coverage. Also, uninsured motorist coverage or underinsured motorist coverage is something that people, when they say they have auto insurance, they usually they might say they have full coverage, but you want to look at your auto policy and make sure that you've got this coverage that would cover you if the other driver does not have insurance. There's a sizable number of people in Mississippi who are driving without auto liability coverage. You're depending on that person to have it if they run into you, unless you have uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. In Mississippi, you can get as much as you have state liability coverage. So if you've got a $100,000 liability coverage, you could also purchase $100,000 of uninsured or uninsured motorist coverage. I would always recommend that type of coverage.